Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys, and today we are going to be reviewing this Uptown New England IPA from Arundel Brewery.
Yes, we are indeed. Well, this is one I picked.
It is. Tell me more about it, please.
Yes, so basically, when I first saw it, I saw obviously the art on the can, and I don't know about you, Ace, it reminded me of the Chester Rose.
Yeah, it does look a lot like that, doesn't it? It's sort of like two-tiered system. It's very homely for us, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, it brought back sort of, I mean, they're not from Chester and they're not from anywhere up this neck of the woods. They're actually from, I'd say, just above Bognor Regis, so obviously down south. They've been going about 10, 11 years, done a lot of beers now. I mean, after doing the research, what struck me with this was that they're claiming on the Untapped that they were #1 in their category for New England IPAs in Southern England. So,
yeah, definitely one that we need to try then and have a go of. Have you tried this before, or is this going to be your first time as well?
No, first time. I mean, I'll tell you one thing though that's really interesting. So it was packed 10th of November and it's best before 10th of February. So good job of doing this because we've only got 4 days left before it's past its best before date. We're only giving you a 3-month window. That's how fresh this beer needs to be drunk.
Definitely something we need to probably rush down then. I mean, what I would say is, looking at the back of this, it says it's a deliciously fruity New England IPA brewed with London III Ale Yeast for a natural, hazy, flavourful hop bomb with relatively low bitterness. So London Ale III Yeast is a Y yeast, liquid yeast, which is available if you for home brewers. Places like the Malt Miller, you can just go on and buy that yeast. I think it's about £9 a pack, or £8 a pack, or £9 a pack. But if you wanted to try and make your own version of a beer like Uptown, I love the way that these smaller breweries give away probably more of what they do for people to try and recreate this at home if they so wanted to. So yeah, if you wanted to go and buy that yeast, it is available. I'll pop a link down below for buying that if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, it's from Chester Beer and Wine. Obviously, great service. I ordered it at 10 and it come by 11:30. And I think that's the good thing about these bottle shops, that it's not going through the supermarkets. And that's why, I mean, I got this maybe, 2 to 3 weeks ago. And they're well within the best before date, which you might not get, in your supermarket, so to speak. And from what I've checked out, I mean, they've been going about 10, 11 years. Obviously, and guess which pub they're near. What famous pub have we talked about in the past, if you can remember? Oh,
it's not that Thirsty Ferret one, is it?
It is, the Gribble Inn.
Yeah.
They're not a million miles away from the Gribble Inn. So, I don't know whether any ferrets have escaped into their place and drunk the beer, but what I thought you would like is when you can actually go to their tap house and they've got a wood-fired pizza oven, or stone-fired pizza oven.
I'm a huge fan, I'm a pizza slut.
Yes.
So yeah, huge fan of that.
Pizza and beer, what a brilliant combination that is. So
it doesn't get better. It really doesn't.
No, especially not from those wood-fired pizza ovens. So
should we get this one in the glass?
Please,
and see how it looks?
Please, yes.
So any regular viewers may know that big hoppy pales, especially New England IPAs, are a favourite of mine. I can already tell I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah, I can smell it from here while I'm pouring it.
3/4 of a foot away from the can, I can smell that already. But you've converted me on, especially on these New England IPA low bitter, fruity beers.
Low bitterness, high hop flavour, high hop aroma. It smells like someone shoved a peach right under my nose.
Yes. I'm so far away, I can smell it from here. This is great. I don't need to put my hand over that glass, I can smell that beer.
Yeah, I mean, but looks-wise, for a New England IPA, I mean, this is a really nice-looking beer. I mean, it's kind of like a solid yellow, a little bit of head, but the head is like a nice white colour. It looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably have to give that a 7.9 for the looks, It's...
I mean, the head's great. I mean, I got about 3/4 of an inch or something like that with mine. I mean, 6.2%. It's maybe a slightly bit darker than some of the other New England IPAs I've seen. Less straw, yellowy, more that deeper orange.
Yeah, they do. They do range from like the orange through to the bright yellow. The haziness comes from the. It's the early. Well, obviously there's the oats that go into the mash as well. I'm assuming there's oats in this. I haven't really looked at the ingredients. Yeah, wheat, oats, and barley. So you'll have wheat and oats in the mash, which will add to the haze, and then the really early addition of hops into the fermentation. So you'll put them in on day 1 or day 2. And there's a biotransformation that happens when the hops are added, and that will add to the amount of haze or murkiness in the beer as well.
I would say 7.5 for me.
Yeah, okay. And I think I can already smell it, but I'm going to go in for a sniff anyway. Hang on. Wow. That is like... if you went to the supermarket and the smoothie section, and like there was a tropical fruit smoothie that you could buy, that's what this beer smells like. It doesn't smell like a traditional beer, as the sense of the word would dictate, but
it's, you know, when you open, if you get the pack of Starbursts.
Yeah.
You open the Starburst, but they're in the plastic pack, the big sort of your cylinder pack,
sealed. The pouch is sealed.
And you open that and you smell it. This is what this is saying to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I am getting a bit of pininess from the hops. I won't lie, but it's mainly overpowered by the stone fruits. That's a good smelling beer. It's not the best New England IPA I've smelled, but it's a good smelling beer. I'd
probably still say that's like an 8-7 for me on the smells.
Yeah. It's 8.5 for me because it's still there and it's great.
Yeah, but let's go for the most important part of this day, and I'm looking forward to this one as well. So, cheers, guys! Cheers, everyone!
Cheers! That's nice.
It's a bit more bitter than I expected.
Yes, and piney.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. It tastes really good. But
I mean, the carbonation is great. Nice soft bubbled. Mouthfeel is certainly there as well. Like, it's a nice body to the beer, isn't it? You know.
Hang on 1 second.
He's there.
He's there.
Is it yours? He's not at mine. He must be at yours. Yeah, exactly.
I've got to say though, as fantastic as it tastes, I do think that normally when I get a New England IPA, I expect the bitterness to be like close to
not there, maybe.
non-existent, really.
Yes.
This one has got some. It's not a bad thing. It's just
no.
I would prefer it to be slightly less.
If you were ordering it for that style.
Yeah. You don't want the beer to be sweet, but at the same time you don't want it to be as bitter as I'm finding this one. But I think even with that in mind, the fact that everything else far outweighs that, and this beer is still
good.
I'm going to give it an 8-1 from me.
A 7.9 for me, because I don't like the bitterness. And if you remember, without obviously comparing it with other beers, we did I think it was the left-handed giant. When I burped, I was getting like a peachy burp. With this, I'm just getting a piney, spicy hoppiness burp, which maybe is a testament to the flavour. So that's what I would get. Certainly not a bad beer. Would I be slightly disappointed with a New England IPA? I wouldn't be disappointed, but maybe it doesn't shine the brightest light on its style, maybe.
I mean, you definitely wouldn't send this back in a pub, would you?
No way.
If you ordered it in a pub, you'd be really happy with it when it came.
Well, I think our scores say that. I mean, 7.9 and what was yours?
8.1, yeah.
8.1. Absolutely. Just maybe, I would be marking it down because it's probably not a prime example of their style. It's definitely their style, but it's not what I would sort of put as the figurehead, I guess.
No. I mean, how much was this for a can?
Yes, this is £3.40. So, yeah.
I don't think that's bad. I mean, it's a 6.2% beer, so they've got a big grain bill going into it. You can tell by the aroma that they have dumped a whole shed load of hops in right there, and the taste as well. You know, let's be honest, it's there in both. How much did you say it was? Sorry, £3.
£40.
£3.40. I think that's perfectly reasonable, pretty good for this style of beer in this size can. I mean, the beer we've tried previous to this was £3.70 for a 330ml can of a beer that didn't taste great. This tastes fantastic. £3.40 for a 440ml can. I give that a 7.7.
7.9 for me. I think that's a really good price.
Yeah.
Just above the 8. Yeah. I can't complain with it. Like, we know the hops are all from. Sorry, is the main cost. I can't complain about that. I mean, they do sell a pint size New England IPA for £5, obviously there, and this is quite significantly cheaper than that. Obviously, I'd argue which was better, but yeah, I would be happy with that price.
I can't stop smelling it though because it just smells so good.
Yes.
Sessionability wise, I think with this,
the smell for me.
The smell's great, but it is a little bit too bitter for the style, in my view. But I think if I was sat outside, one second, I'm just going to dive in again. Yeah, I could probably have 4 of those in a row before I thought to myself, I'm going to have to move on to something else. So I give it a sessionability score of 4 out of 10.
3.5 for me, so we're not a million miles away from each other. To be honest, this is never going to score above 6. I think, a New England IPA is the max we've done is 6 maybe that you've scored with it, so they're never going to score mega high. They're not built for sessionability really, are they?
No, and I think the one that we scored as 6 was probably the Idaho 7 one, which really was a standout beer. And I think this is great. I'd still have 4 of it happily, but I couldn't spend a whole night drinking it.
No, but it's not built for that, is it? It's a craft beer. Do you know what I mean? It's not your lager sessionable, chuggable, and especially at 6.2%. It's. The Belgians might consider that light, but we don't. Do you know what I mean? So I think we give fair scores on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that wraps it up for this video. That's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, it's good beer. Good beer.
Here's the oyster score for this beer. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, click the links down below. You can see what we've rated every other beer that we've done, and go check out all of the other videos.
Yeah, you're going to maybe put the link up for the Idaho 7, the first review we ever did, maybe? Or any of the others? I don't know.
It's right there. It's right there.
Okay. Bear with us, it's the first review we ever did. Maybe you want to see your oyster score, oysters 6 months earlier.
Yeah,
when we first started.
6 months earlier and far more sober.
Yes.
But I think that's pretty much it. So, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Oysters out.